Ed eccoci qua. Ale, aspettate che va male il cattura schermo. Vediamo un attimo di metterlo a posto. Ok, ora è a posto. Arrivo subito. Ehm, Arrivo subitissimo. Devo andare a vedere una cosa e arrivo subito. Ho sbagliato cosa. Eccolo qua. Arrivo, eh. No, ok. Devo fare una prova, ma questo qui funziona male. Lo metto a posto. Eccomi qua. Allora, un secondo. Problemi tecnici. Ma risolviamo. Eccoci qua. Allora, Ritorno al futuro, il gioco. Telltale. lo sto giocando sul mio vecchio Mac perché sto gioco è introvabile e l'avevo moddato con la lingua italiana. E aspetta, indietro, fammi vedere una roba. Controllo solo una cosa nelle impostazioni. Livello aiuti, facciamolo così per non essere fin troppo incasinati. Obiettivi, musica, volume. Ok, sì, va bene tutto. Diciamo che gli aiuti me li tengo alti così me lo gioco tranquillo, senza troppe rotture di palle. Allora. E via.
All right, I'm ready.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Emmett Brown. I'm standing on the parking lot at Twin Pines Mall. It's Saturday morning, October 26th, 1985, 1:18 a.m. And this is temporal experiment number 1. Come on, Einie. Hey, boy, get in there. That a boy. In you go. Get down. Get your seatbelt on. That's it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay.
Please note that Einstein's clock is in precise synchronization with my control watch. Got it?
Right, check, Doc.
Good. Have a good trip, Einstein. Watch your head.
You got that thing hooked up to the car?
Watch this.
Yeah, okay. Got it.
Not me. The car. The car. If my calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit. Watch this, watch this.
Doc, ma dov'è? Doc, hai disintegrato Einstein.
What did I tell you? 88 miles per hour! The temporal displacement occurred at exactly 1:20 a.m. and 0 seconds!
Ah, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, Doc. You disintegrated Einstein.
Calm down, Marty. I didn't disintegrate anything. The molecular structure of both Einstein and the car are completely intact.
Where the hell are they?
The appropriate question is, when the hell are they? You see, Einstein has just become the world's first time traveler. I sent him into the future. 1 minute into the future, to be exact. And at precisely 1:21 a.m. and 0 seconds, we shall catch up with him and the time machine.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're gonna build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style? Besides, the stainless steel construction made the flux dispersal.
Aspetta, fatemi vedere una roba. Io in realtà dovrei riuscire a spingere un attimo di più sulla qualità della grafica. Ok, riprendo. Ovvio, non è la parte migliore la parte principale del gioco, la grafica, però.
Doc?
Huh, that's peculiar.
Where's the car, Doc?
It should have caught up with us 27 seconds ago.
Doc, what happened to Einstein?
No need for concern. It's probably just a minor miscalibration of the time circuits. Marty, could you get my notebook? It should be in the toolbox.
Allora, tieni premuto il tasto del mouse, quindi guida nella direzione che vuoi che non cammini, ok. Sono le cassette degli oggetti. Dove c'è il taccuino di Doc.
Notebook. Got it. Flux capacitor?
That's it!
What the heck's a flux capacitor?
My latest invention. The thing that makes time travel possible. In this notebook, I've detailed the nearly 3 decades of scientific breakthroughs necessary to build a working time machine. If it ever fell into the wrong hands, the consequences could be
Ciao
catastrophic.
Leon. Bravo,
Let's see.
bravo, buona
Mass
serata.
equals I times Z, and E equals the square root of Z times C squared. And the flux dispersal rate is inversely proportional to the 4th root of N, carry the 9, then...
Doc, something's way off here. Doc?
Great Scott!
Doc, what is it?
I've made a horrible mistake.
Doc! No!
I'm sorry, Marty.
Doc, come back! Doc! Doc!
Ciao! Ciao Eleni.
Marty, is
Tutto
everything
bene?
okay?
Yeah, Mom,
Tutto bene,
it was just a
Nicolio.
nightmare. I was in the past, and Doc was there.
Well, you're safe and sound now. Back in good old 1986. But you'd better get up. Your father's waiting for you.
Huh?
Weren't you going to meet him over at Doc's?
Holy crap, I'm late!
Ciao Eleni, non hai mai giocato al gioco di Ritorno al futuro? È bello. Ma ho deciso che adesso mi faccio un po' di giri. Adesso gioco a questo. Poi ho preso The Wolf Among Us. E forse anche il gioco di Guardiani della Galassia. Però in mezzo ci volevo mettere Oddworld, perché con gli sconti di PSN ho preso finalmente il seguito Soulstorm, quindi probabilmente giocherò anche a quello. Però adesso gioco a questo.
Dad, are we too late to stop the sale?
Better late than never. You wouldn't believe how much rare stuff there is back here.
That's Doc stuff. The city has no right
Now,
to.
son, I know you're upset, but your friend's been gone for months, and the city really seems hell-bent
Sì,
on
son
using his
belli i
land
giochi
for
della
that new parking
Telltale.
garage. And hey, is that a first edition Jules Verne?
It's just not fair. But at least things can't get any worse.
Hey, Marty!
Hi, Biff.
Copyright
Come to
strike!
see if the old crackpot had any buried treasure?
Nah, I guess I'm just remembering.
Allora, se per controllare che non abbia lasciato qualcosa di pericoloso.
Hey, let me...
Now, Biff, leave Marty alone. This is a very emotional time for him.
Oh, sure. Sorry, Marty.
Ok. Che altro c'è in giro? Acquario.
A fish tank? I never knew Doc raised fish. Doc's fish had weird taste in decor. I kind of like Doc.
Portano orologi.
I wonder why Doc didn't take any of these with him.
Does nature contrive it so that even with a time machine, you can intervene to prevent your own conception, for example?
No, da George non mi serve andare. Non può andare da George. Cosa dice George?
Hey, Dad.
Chi si sta occupando?
Who's running this sale anyway?
Oh, that'd be me, son.
You? Why?
Well, once it became apparent that the bank was going through with the sale, I volunteered to oversee it in order to make sure that Doc's stuff would be treated with a modicum of respect. Isn't that right, Biff?
You got it, Mr. McFly.
Ma Doc è
I'm telling you,
vivo!
this sale is a joke. Doc's only been gone for a few months, and I happen to know.
Yes, you've told us he's not dead. He's on a trip. Let's say you're right. Have you considered that this trip may not have been entirely voluntary? I hate to say it, but Doc's run up some pretty sizable debts around town. Maybe he's just hiding from his creditors.
You got Doc wrong. Sure, maybe he's not so good with money. That's just because his mind's always on bigger things. But he's still a straight-up guy. He'd never run away from his problems.
Well, you know him better than I do, son. But the bank is within its rights to sell off his stuff. Maybe you should try to find some things to remember him by before Biff grabs them all.
Che ci fa qui
Biff doing here? He wasn't a friend of Doc's.
It's a public sale, Marty. Everyone's allowed. Even Biff.
About Biff, Dad, I know you're trying to help.
He talks a big game, son, but he's not so tough. I've been dealing with him a long time. Believe me, I can handle him.
So can I.
I guess you can. Okay, son, I'll stay out of your way, but you know where to find me.
Do you think dreams can predict the future?
Well, you know I don't go in for that mystical stuff, but I do think they can reflect how you're feeling about the future. What did you dream?
Oh, just weird stuff about Doc.
Well, that's understandable, don't you think?
I guess, but I feel like it was telling me something.
Ok. Esci dalla conversazione
I'll
con
keep looking around. Thanks, Dad.
l'amplificatore.
It took me forever to repair this thing after I blew it out last time, and now some jerk's gonna pick it up for pennies.
Cos'è che è? Modellino? Ah sì, beh, modellino qua in Valle. Jukebox, cosa fa?
Wait, I got one.
Copyright strike! Andiamo a parlare un po' con Biff.
Hey, Biff.
Oh, hi, Marty.
Che ci fai qui?
What are you doing here?
Well, I was as bummed as anybody to hear that the old nutcase had kicked it.
He's not.
But I'm not above picking through the remains. You know what they say. Don't look a gift horse in the butt.
Doc's not dead, you know. He's still around.
Oh, really? Do you see him around here?
I'm looking for something, in particular.
Yeah? Something valuable?
Never mind.
Gotta get back in time.
Doc built this model at downtown Hill Valley way back in 1955. The clock tower in the courthouse even works. What the? Is that Doc's notebook in there?
Hey, that looks just like the courthouse. You gotta hand it to the old coot. He was good with his hands.
Biff, can I see that a minute?
This would look great in my fish tank. Give the old carp something new to nibble on.
Can I see that model courthouse for just a second? I need to get something out of it.
Like what? A not guilty verdict? That was a joke.
Oh, but really, can I?
No, I think I'll hold on to it.
Give it here, Biff.
Well, well, look at what we have here. Looks like plans for something. What's a flux catheter?
It's none of your business. Doc asked me to...
Brown's worm food, kid. But this looks like it might be worth something. Ha!
Ok. Facciamo che lo spengo.
Hey, don't cut off my music!
Ah no? Vabbè.
Hey, Biff.
Che altre cose ci sono sotto? Ti comprerò il taccuino.
I only want that notebook because, well, I'm sentimental. It's like a piece of Doc.
Doc's dead! Time to get over it and move on.
I'll pay you for it.
How much? Not enough.
That notebook wouldn't mean anything to you. You wouldn't even understand what's in it.
You calling me ignorant?
It's just a notebook with Doc's scribblings. What did Doc ever accomplish?
Nothing.
Then it's worthless, right?
If it was really worthless, you wouldn't want it so bad.
I just can't let you keep that notebook. It's dangerous.
What, is it set to explode or something?
Well, in a way.
I'll take my chances.
Esci.
Never mind.
Allora. Chitarra di Marty.
Hey, Dad, why's my guitar got a price tag on it?
Sorry, son. Must have been an overzealous clerk. Just pick it up. I'll iron things out with the bank.
Ok, questo è l'inventario. La foto di George e la chitarra.
It took me forever to repair this thing after I blew it out last time, and now some jerk's gonna pick it up for pennies.
Allora, usiamo la chitarra sull'ampli.
Here's an oldie, but a goodie. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, look, it's Chuck Butthead. Let me show you how it's done. Well, it's 1 for the monkey, 2 for the snow, 3 to get ready now. Go, Scott, go.
Let's make some noise.
Ok.
And now, something your kids are really gonna like.
Thanks for warming them up for me, Butthead. Now watch me blow the lid off this joint.
Whatever you say. Rock on, Biff.
Oh, shit.
Doc, where are you? Doc?
Einstein.
Where do you come from, boy? Didn't you bring Doc with you?
Allora, correttore di
Looks like the
tempocircuiti.
time circuits still work. Now I only need to know when to look for Doc. Okay, Doc,
Scappa.
I know I haven't seen you in a few months, but I'm pretty sure this isn't your shoe.
Registratore portatile.
Marty?
Ah!
Marty, if you're hearing this recording, then the DeLorean's automatic retrieval feature is a resounding success.
Automatic retrieval?
In case of my failure to return to the DeLorean within an allotted time, I programmed the time machine to jump to these four-dimensional coordinates without me. As you are well aware, time travel is an inherently risky activity, and despite my elaborate precautions, there's always a possibility that I could land in trouble sometime. And that sometime is now, or then, or maybe later.
He's in trouble.
Marty, you come to my rescue in the past, or was it the future? Anyway, I'm relying on you to do it again. Please take the DeLorean back, or forward, to whatever it is. I'm stuck in time. When you get there, I'm sure you'll figure out what to do.
That's it? Aren't you gonna tell me when that is?
Just go to the date specified on the time circuit readout under the heading marked Last Time Departed. Good luck.
Right. Last time departed. Oh, jeez. Come on. Crap! Oh, great. How am I supposed to find him now?
Allora, esci dalla macchina. Andiamo un po' in giro se ci sono indizi. Vabbè, c'è Einstein, vediamo se Einstein mi dice qualcosa.
What kind of trouble is Doc in, Einie?
Ah, bene, non mi dice un cazzo Einstein. Allora, vediamo un po'.
Nah. I don't think so.
No.
Marty?
Ah! This time-traveling shoe is my only clue to finding Doc. This notebook has all of Doc's plans for the flux capacitor and the DeLorean. I'd better make sure it never falls into the wrong hands. And by wrong hands, I mostly mean Biff.
Ok, non è questo. Allora, vediamo se dentro la DeLorean trovo qualcosa. I tempocircuiti.
I can use those to enter a date into the time circuits. Once I know when to look for Doc. I can use those to enter a date. Once
Ok.
I can use those to enter a date into the time. Once I know.
Se vado dall'altra parte. Non vedo indizi qua. No, mi fa entrare comunque di questa parte.
It's too. I probably shouldn't fiddle with the time circuits again until I.
Ok. Allora, c'è una scarpa col tacco. Forse Einstein può fare... Ah, ok, vediamo un po'. Ho capito. Che stupido, ci potevo pensare prima in realtà. Allora, devo dare ad Einstein la scarpa. Uso oggetto. Einstein.
What do you know about this shoe, Einie? Great Scott! I think he's onto something. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. How's this supposed to lead me to Doc, Einie?
Step away from the door! Now, let me get a look at you.
Einstein, come on!
Just as I suspected. Hooligans! Get along now! Scat!
I'm not a hooligan, ma'am. I'm a teenager.
I wasn't born yesterday, young man. Aren't you the miscreant who skateboards through the town square every morning between 8 and 8:30 in a decidedly unpunctual manner?
Yeah?
All skateboarders are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up. State your business, child. You're making me miss Merv.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not sure why I'm here. Einstein here brought me, and...
Well?
E. Strickland. You aren't related to, Vice Principal Strickland, are you, ma'am?
Not that it's any of your business, but I'm his sister, Edna. Oh, and you're one of those McFly slackers, aren't ya?
Yes, what's old man I mean, what else has your brother been saying about me?
Nothing I couldn't have deduced for myself, slacker.
Can you let me in? I've got something to show you.
What is it? Let me see. A shoe? Now what would I want with a... Huh? Stay there! Leave that creature outside!
Sorry, Einstein.
Allora, facciamo una piccola salvatina. Salva partita. Ah, non... Ok. Ritorno al gioco. Ah beh, probabilmente posso salvare solo durante i...
Well, took you long enough.
There's a lot of stairs.
To return the shoe, I mean. I lost it ages ago. You can put it down next to the other one. Much better. So neat and orderly. I suppose you'll be wanting some sort of reward now.
No,
All I've got is tea and candy. I'm sorry I called you a hooligan. I try not to jump to conclusions, but after all, 9 out of 10 people in this city are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up. Have a seat, Sonny. Hey! You kids! Put out those cigarettes!
Allora, ora credo di poter salvare, quindi diamo una salvatina. Ok. Ritorno al gioco.
Don't touch those! My newspapers are in pristine condition and meticulously organized. Not about to let some street punk get jam all over them.
Miss Strickland?
Jack! Diane! I know what you're doing behind that tree!
Yes? You remember when you lost your shoe?
Shoe?
That shoe over there.
Oh, that shoe! Huh. Aye, what a nosy Nelly! No one likes a busybody, you know.
But
Oh, fine, let me think about it. Yes, I remember. I lost it in a scuffle with a dog.
Oh, when was it?
Oh, yes, the day that speakeasy burned down.
a speakeasy in Hill Valley?
Don't act so surprised, young man. Your generation doesn't hold a copyright on moral depravity, you know. Sin has been on the prowl in Hill Valley since the day it was founded.
Wow, a speakeasy. That must have been wild. Is it true they used to drink gin out of slippers like my grandma said?
Don't romanticize the past, young man. Prohibition was a time when gangsters ruled the town while honest citizens quaked in their beds.
So where was it? That speakeasy that burned down, I mean.
That was ages ago. If you're looking for bootleg hooch.
No, I'm just curious, that's all. I'm a student of history.
Student of history, my Aunt Fanny. Yeah, your generation of hooligans and slackers could give two ripe figs about history.
Miss Strickland?
Oh, video store!
Huh?
The speakeasy used to be hidden in plain sight down there in the town square. Right where that disgusting videotape rental store squats today.
So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
The following year, as I recall.
What's with all these newspapers?
This is my personal archive. I've got every issue of the Hill Valley Telegraph ever published.
Get out! Every single issue?
From 1871 to the present. If it happened in Hill Valley, you'll find it in my stacks.
I guess somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. Yeah, I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter back in the day.
Any idea what date that article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy burned down.
Doing some stargazing?
No, I set my sights on lower things. Is that? Tenant! Get away from that hubcap before I call your father!
Don't let me keep you from your business.
You there! Don't even think about tossing that Kleenex on the ground!
The candy looks older than I am. Is that Vice Principal Strickland?
Mother never could keep little Gerald out of her clothes.
Marshal Strickland.
My grandfather, gunned down by Mad Dog Tannen over 100 years ago.
Grande cane pazzo.
That's not how I remember it. Jeez, they all look like they've got sticks up there.
What's that?
Nothing.
Allora, andiamo a
Would you mind
vedere.
if I stepped out for a minute? I just remembered a video I've got to return.
Do you have to go? I get so few visitors these days.
But
And I'd hate to have to tell my brother, your vice principal in charge of discipline, how rude you were to me. Especially with graduation coming up and all.
Miss Strickland, about your tea. You forgot to turn on the...
U! It's spelled with a U! You illiterate vandal!
That tea's never gonna boil.
Qua. Non ci riesco a vedere.
I told you not to touch those!
Forse ho visto per il caffè.
Excuse me, Miss Strickland?
Forse per il tè, devo dire.
Don't let me keep you from your business.
Devo distrarlo in una maniera o nell'altra. Cioè, devo vedere il gatto.
Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Ms. Pretty Whiskers is very particular about who handles her food.
Man, she keeps it hot in here.
That's the kettle. I'll be right back with some tea. Then don't touch anything.
Ah, ecco. Ce l'ho fatta.
Juveniles collide with manure truck. Nice picture. Brown Mansion destroyed. 1962. No, that's not where Doc's stranded. Alright, Einstein brought me this shoe, and Miss Strickland lost the shoe on the day the speakeasy burned down. But when did the speakeasy burn down? I at least need to know the year. Firm announces plans for Lone Pine Mall, Peabody Ranch to be rezoned for commercial development. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
Come se c'è qualcosa
Miss
scritto
Strickland
sulle
lost
scarpe.
that shoe the day the speakeasy burned down. But when was that?
Ah, vediamo se riesco.
Yeah, that's peculiar. The water still hasn't come to a boil.
Allora, devo rifare questo.
There's the whistle. Surely the water's boiling by now.
Vediamo se posso scendere per andare a vedere.
I guess I'm stuck here for a while.
No, non è qui.
The polite guest stays out of the host's kitchen, Mr. McFly.
Allora. Qui ci sono le foto, ma le foto non mi interessano.
That's what you get with these cheap, foreign-made kettles. But trying to find an American one nowadays. Ugh. There's the whistle. Surely the water's boiling by now.
Ok.
Oh, the candy looks older than I am.
Binocolo. Ah, ecco il binocolo.
Hey, mind if I use your binoculars for a sec?
Go ahead, dear.
Ok, 1932. Biff ha appena preso un video porno.
Rebuilt in February 1932. So the fire must have happened before then. But when? I need a date.
Don't look at me. I'm far too old for you. There's the whistle. Surely the water's boiling by now.
Vediamo un po'.
Hey, mind if I use your binoculars for a sec?
Go ahead, dear.
Mi sa che mi fa solo vedere di nuovo.
Rebuilt in February 1932. So the fire must have happened before then. But when? I need a date. Jeez. Oh,
What's that?
nothing.
Niente. Trofei del gatto.
What are these?
My editorial trophies.
Cat Lovers Quarterly.
It's legitimate journalism.
I didn't even know they gave out trophies for best litter columnist. I didn't even know they gave out trophies for best. I didn't even know they gave out.
No. Sta pila di giornali non mi serve. Vediamo un po'. Parlare con lei mi sa che non mi dice ancora niente.
Miss Strickland?
No.
Don't let me keep you from your business.
Allora, vediamo un po' gli aiuti perché qua non so dove cazzo andare. Allora, sai che nel... ma ti sarà? Vabbè, ok, e qua lo sappiamo. Non è vero. Sì, col termosifone. Ok, vabbè, ma io l'ho già fatto quello.
There's the whistle. Surely the one.
Ok. Giornali.
Let's see. Ground broken on site of former speakeasy. Singer vanishes. Hill Valley Expo delights crowd. Soup kitchen exposed. Here we go. Speakeasy arsonist slain. Legal procedure gave way to old-fashioned vengeance last night when a mob descended on the Hill Valley police station. The suspect in the speakeasy arson case, a drifter known as Carl Sagan, was pulled from his... Carl Sagan? It's Doc! Killed by a mob. What's the date? June 14th, 1931. Jeez, I gotta rescue him.
My newspapers!
Sorry, Miss Strickland. Let me...
No! You've gotten my history out of order! Oh, do you know how long it'll take to fix what you've done? Oh, get out! Get out! Get out! Help! Police! I'm being attacked by hooligans!
Marty! Where you been, son? And what are you doing in that getup?
It's a costume. Tonight's the big, Halloween party.
Halloween party? In May? Never mind, you don't have to explain. I'm sure whatever it is you're up to, you know what you're doing, right?
I hope so.
Hey, sometimes you gotta go out on a limb for the ones you love, right? Wish my dad had understood that. You won't stay away too long.
You'll barely know I was gone. You ready to go, Einstein? Time circuits
circuiti.
on. Flux capacitor, fluxy. Okay, if Doc's gonna get killed on June 14th, 1931, I'll just show up the day before and get him out. I hope you know what you're doing, Doc.
E via. E via.
Einstein, where'd you go now, boy?
Young man! Excuse me, young man!
Who, me?
You're the only man in the street, and I'm looking for a man-in-the-street reaction. Naturally, you know about the explosion that destroyed this illegal gin establishment.
I read about it, yeah.
What's your opinion of Carl Sagan, the stranger who single-handedly did what the law has been unable to do for 10 long years, namely, rid Hill Valley of the scourge of liquor?
There's gotta be some sort of mistake here. Carl wouldn't do something like that.
It's surprising the lengths a person will go to when it's a clear-cut matter of right and wrong. You've got an honest look about you. You do support the side of righteousness, I trust.
How'd Doc get himself into...
Doc?
Doc is his nickname. I'm good friends with Carl.
You are? Really? Oh, but I need an unbiased opinion for my story. Pretend you don't know him. How would you feel about his heroic act of destruction?
You can mark me down as a supporter.
The young man said, flashing a boyish yet virile grin. Hill Valley needs more upstanding youths like yourself. Do you have a message for the vicious gangsters who still roam these streets, no doubt plotting to corrupt our citizens with another den of booze, sin, and debauchery?
Ask him where I can get the address.
Ah, I see! Because you want to blast it to smithereens just like Carl Sagan did. With public-spirited citizens like you around, the lawless element will be on the run in no time. Mr. May I get your name?
Yeah, it's...
Harry
Harry
Callahan.
Callahan.
Thank you for sharing your candid opinions, Mr. Callahan. Edna Strickland, Hill Valley Herald.
I know. I met you back. I'm familiar with your work.
You read my column? How sweet! I know it's just an etiquette column, but I believe it'll lead to bigger and better... Oh!
Einstein, no. Down, boy.
Is this wretched creature yours? He assaulted me once before.
What's got into you?
Aggressive dogs must be kept on leash at all times. It's the law. Look it up.
Doc, I gotta find Doc.
You gonna buy anything?
No.
Then get out, Bob.
McFly!
Biff?
Kid!
Grandpa?
That's Mr. Tannin to you, Artie. What are you doing out here?
Well, I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup.
Just thought I'd come down for some soup. Think, McFly. The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think Ruth's a pitcher anymore.
Shut it. If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river. You wouldn't want that, would you? Would you?
No, of course not, kid.
All right, that's better. What are you looking at, punk?
Keep your eyes on the soup, kid.
Well?
Well, what?
What are you still doing here?
Sorry, kid. I'll just run back to the safe house.
You do that. And McFly?
Yes?
That hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it. Now scram!
You got it, boss.
And don't come out until I give you the all clear. I swear, if even one of you mooks could add 2 + 2 without your fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey! Anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible. Don't let anyone burn down the shop while I'm gone.
What are those tables for?
We keep a few extra tables around for our end-of-the-month hobo soirees.
Okay. Hey, never mind. Maybe I should go to the jail and talk to Doc before I start dialing random people in 1931. Where is the jail in 1931 anyway? I better not talk to him. I don't want to mess up his timeline.
Ok. Ancora un po' su qua.
Doc!
Marty!
Doc!
What are you doing here?
You sent for me, Doc.
I did? When?
May 14th, 1986.
1980? The automatic retrieval system, of course. I'd almost forgotten about that.
So what's our plan for getting you out of here?
Plan? We don't need a plan.
We don't.
Not in the slightest. The police picked me up for that speakeasy fire a couple of weeks ago, but the DA hasn't got a case. They're releasing me tomorrow morning.
So basically, I traveled 50 years into the past to deliver your car?
Sorry about that, but it's so wonderful to see you. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, you might want to hold off on that, Doc.
Great Scott! I'm going to be gunned down by gangsters on the steps of the courthouse.
Why would they do that?
Guess they didn't approve of my burning down their speakeasy.
Very funny, Doc. Maybe now we should come up with a plan.
A plan, right. But what?
Allora,
Why don't we tell the authorities?
Tell them what? That my friend from the future has proof that I'll be murdered tomorrow? They'd ship us both off to the loony bin. And trust me, you don't want to see the inside of a 1931 insane asylum.
Why don't I take the DeLorean, go back in time before you were arrested, and stop you from getting caught in the first place?
Don't even think about it. Without my unjust incarceration, the events that sent you into the past might never happen, resulting in a paradox of continuum-shattering proportions.
Jeez, we've been back together for 5 minutes, Doc. And you're already talking about the end of the universe. I've missed that.
Don't be ridiculous, Marty. I was only referring to the end of the universe as we know it.
Why don't we try to tough it out? Now that we know what's coming, maybe we sneak it past the gangsters with a bulletproof vest or something.
That might work with 1 or 2 bullets, but from the looks of this article, it appears that I'm going to be mowed down in a hail of Tommy gun fire that rendered the innocent stranger little more than a pulpy mass of bones and gristle.
Who writes like that?
According to the byline, one Edna Strickland.
I should have guessed. Hey, maybe I could talk to the gangsters. Tell them they're about to shoot the wrong guy.
I don't think the criminals of this era are going to be very receptive to a complete stranger telling them that their secret assassination plan is misguided, do you?
effettivamente.
Well, I suppose I could just get some dynamite and break you out of jail.
No, that's far too dangerous. Not just to me, but to random innocent people in the past. The repercussions could be... That's it!
What's it?
My rocket-powered drill.
You have a rocket-powered drill?
Not yet. I haven't built it yet.
You've lost me, Doc.
Listen, a few months ago, my 17-year-old self sent in a patent application for a rocket-powered drill. I abandoned the project after I never heard back from the patent office, but the prototype should be nearly complete.
Great, I'll just run back to your lab and...
No, I said nearly complete. You'll need me to help you finish it.
How the hell am I supposed to sneak a half-finished rocket-powered drill into your cell?
Not me. 1931 me.
Wait a minute, Doc. You want me to convince your 1931 self to build a rocket-powered drill to break you out of jail?
Precisely.
Won't talking to yourself cause, irreparable damage to the space-time continuum or something?
It should be fine. I've already invented the idea of the rocket drill. You've just got to goad my younger self into finishing the prototype.
How am I supposed to convince your younger self to finish the rocket drill? Just tell him I need to break his older self out of jail?
Absolutely not. Whatever you do, you can't tell my younger self anything about time travel. I won't come up with the inspiration for the flux capacitor for another 24 years.
Then what am I supposed to...
Just be your charming self. From what I remember, I'm a pretty easygoing kid, so enlisting me in a scientific adventure should be a piece of cake.
Okay, let's say I go along with this crazy idea. Where can I find you? I mean, the other you.
How should I know? It was over 50 years ago. Why don't you go over to the soup kitchen next door and give my house a call? They'll know where to find me.
Soup kitchen. Got it.
Just stay away from the soup. It'll cause irreparable damage to your digestive system.
I guess I better get started. Don't worry, Doc. I'll get you out of here in no time.
I'm not worried. Once you and my younger self put your heads together, you'll be unstoppable.
Allora, torniamo alla soup kitchen. Oop. Telefono.
Brown residence?
Hi. Do you know where I could find Emmett Brown?
Young Master Brown is currently tending to his clerking duties at the courthouse. Who may I say is calling?
The courthouse? Doc never told me he worked at the courthouse.
qua devo andare. La cosa è che oggettivamente i controlli sono un po' una merda, però vabbè. È un gioco anche vecchio di tantissimi anni. Che fa Einstein lì?
Hey, how you doing, Einie?
Niente.
Young Doc's in the courthouse. I hope I'll be able to recognize him.
Eccoci qua.
Don't touch those. These are very sensitive legal documents. Nobody is supposed to handle them but sworn officers of the court. Papa, I mean, Judge Brown says so.
Judge Brown? Doc. Nice to meet you. I'm, Harry Callahan.
Emmett Brown. But I am a law clerk, not a doctor. Now please get out of my way. I have important business to transact.
Allora, fammi salvare. Per sicurezza devo farlo.
Or do we take H to stand for the Hermitian line operator? But in that case, H to the...
Listen, Emmett, you don't know me, but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends. They get in the way of work.
Yep. Sparito. Eccolo qua. Spero che non sia sparito da troppo.
What's this important business you're up to?
It's a legal matter, very complicated, very abstruse. I need to obtain 5 sets of initials on every copy of this writ of indemnification before before Judge Brown can even think of granting a waiver to the party in the first part.
You have no idea what it's about, do you?
That's how important it is.
Come on, Doc. Emmett, drop the Legal Eagle Act. I got something more important for you to do.
Mr. Callahan, I'll have you know that the law is the very mortar that holds society together, and we in the legal profession are like brick masons building the edifice of the future.
Your dad tell you that?
Every morning.
So, Emmett, what time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
9 at night? But today's Saturday.
Right. So I probably won't get off before 10.
How about you knock off work early and I'll buy you a beer, or soda. What do you say?
Don't try to tempt me from my duty with sugary beverages. Keeping the wheels of justice turning, that's my one passion in life. Besides, if I left before 8, my pop would kill me.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Allora, io stavo avendo un tubo
I
trapano.
understand you're working on a new invention in your lab.
Invention? You must have me mixed up with somebody else. I'm in law. I have absolutely no interest in science. Acceleration is reduced by the inverse of its...
Come on, wait up a minute.
You again? Can't you see I'm busy?
See, I'm sort of in the science business myself. That's why I sought you out.
Not that I care in the least, because science is the furthest thing from my own area of interest, which is law, but I don't believe you.
It's true. I'm a scientist.
So tell me something, Mr. Scientist, from your vast storehouse of scientific knowledge.
The leg bone's connected to the thigh bone?
Amazing.
Okay, so you don't want your old man to know. That's fine. Listen, we all keep secrets. But I'm telling you, you can level with me about this science project of yours.
I am not a scientist. Go ahead, ask me what E equals.
What does E equal?
I have absolutely no idea. See? I don't know where you got your information from about me, mister, but you're wrong, wrong, wrong.
Andiamo a vedere di parlare con Doc, magari mi sa dare una mano.
Psst, Doc!
Marty, have you found my younger self yet?
Well, I met your younger self.
Great.
And I gotta say, you're kind of uptight.
What?
You won't even talk to me.
I find that hard to believe. Tell me what happened.
I tried asking him about your rocket drill, but he says he's not a scientist.
What? What? Father.
What's he got to do with this?
In 1931, I was still deathly afraid of my father discovering the truth about my scientific predilections, so I carefully kept them under wraps, practicing science at odd hours, away from his prying eyes.
That sucks.
It sucked a lot. Fortunately, I eventually stood up to him, but right now, my younger self probably thinks you've been sent by my father to check up on me.
Allora.
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure.
Why does your younger self mutter all the time?
Muttering? Why would I be muttering? I never mutter unless... The Hill Valley Expo!
The Expo?
Yes, the Expo. How could I have forgotten? In a few months, the younger me will put on a demonstration at the Hill Valley Exposition, my first public foray into the world of science. Everyone in town will be there, including a number of noted inventors who shaped my career.
So, it was a big success?
No, it was a miserable failure, but it was a spectacularly miserable failure, one which marked my transition from an amateur garage scientist into a professional seeker of truth.
What does this expo have to do with you muttering all the time?
When I was younger, I used to relieve stress by working on complex mathematical conundrums. No doubt my younger self is working on some impossible problem in an attempt to work off cerebral steam in the weeks before the exposition. What was I muttering about?
I don't know. H to the something with an inverse of something else. I'm not so good at equations.
That's too bad. I bet if we could solve my younger self's problem, he'd be more inclined to listen to you.
You know, your younger self seems really dedicated to the law.
It's a facade, I assure you. I had to keep up appearances to appease my father.
I still can't figure out what your younger self is muttering about.
Blast! If only I could hear him myself.
Let's talk about your younger self's problem.
Okay, but don't forget we're on a bit of a deadline here.
Fammi vedere un attimo.
Doc!
Marty!
Where have you been all this time? I missed you.
I've missed you too, Marty. But I thought it was important to let you live your own life for a while, free from the insanity of time travel.
I gotta admit, it was nice to not have my family history blowing up in my face for a few months.
Besides, I've been busy raising my own unpredictable teenagers.
So how are Clara and the kids?
They're fine, fine. Right now we're trying to decide where to send Jules and Vern to college. Clara prefers the 2020s, but I'm partial to the 1960s. We're planning on visiting you and Jennifer in 2011 soon.
Me and Jennifer? In 2011?
Oh, forget I said anything.
Where'd the DeLorean come from? The last time I saw it had been smashed to pieces by a train.
It's a fantastic story. Do you remember when the DeLorean got struck by lightning in 1955?
Yeah?
Unbeknownst to either of us, the lightning produced a temporal duplicate of the time machine, one that was tossed 70 years into the future.
What?
I found out about it during a trip to 2025 and recovered it just in time to stop Griff Tannen from vandalizing the time stream.
Heavy. So that DeLorean...
is for all intents and purposes the exact same machine as the original. Plus or minus little bells and whistles I've added over the years, of course.
So, what were you doing in 1931 anyway?
Oh, nothing terribly exciting. Indulging in a little personal nostalgia, picking up a few rare out-of-print books to surprise Clara on her birthday, solving a historical mystery or two. The usual.
The usual? You lead a pretty unusual life, Doc.
It's an unusual universe, Marty.
How'd did you wind up in jail in 1931 anyway?
During my trip to the past, I decided to look into one of Hill Valley's unsolved mysteries.
The fire at the speakeasy.
Ah, che bello sto baghino.
That's horrible.
I know. Worse yet, I still don't know who started the fire.
I hate to tell you, Doc, but your last time departed display is on the fritz.
It is? So how did you find me?
I found one of Edna Strickland's shoes in the DeLorean.
How did one of her shoes get in the DeLorean?
Einstein took it from her.
He did? How strange. ID almost never attacks people. Not without a good reason, anyway.
I hate to tell you, Doc, but your last...
qua.
I found... How did... Einstein.
He did?
Hang in there, Doc.
Porca vacca, ho sbagliato. Finire un attimo qua di sentire tutte le linee di dialogo con Doc. Ho visto mio nonno.
So I bumped into at the soup kitchen. My grandfather.
No!
Don't worry, I didn't talk to him or change his future or anything.
Good.
I wish I could, though. This era's tannin is treating him like dirt.
Don't worry. If history plays out as it's supposed to, he'll soon be out from under Kit Tannen's thumb and free to live out his life as a humble accountant with your grandma. What was her name again?
Sylvia.
Right, Sylvia.
E poi l'ultimo qua.
What's the story with this Kid Tannen jerk anyway?
Biff's father? By this time next year, he'll be pulling down a life sentence in San Quentin. There was even a song about it.
Wait, if Biff will be born in 1938, and Kid will be in prison...
As I recall, he escaped from prison in 1937 for about 3 hours.
That's a busy 3 hours.
No kidding.
Ok, allora devo andare
Hang in there,
dal Doc
Doc.
da giovane e usare il... No, di qua devo andare. Inventario. Mi serve questo. Usa oggetto.
Or do we take H to stand for Hermitium? Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. The constant is variable. Wait, is that even possible?
Ok. Inventario, adesso l'abbiamo registrato. Usa oggetto. Facciamo sentire
So,
Doc.
Doc, does this ring a bell?
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Good grief. Is that me? I sound so...
Young?
I was gonna say intense. I forgot how wound up I used to get.
Yeah, but what are you muttering about?
Oh, that's easy. It's Ivanov's conundrum. Just tell my younger self that H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
Won't giving him the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing more than a holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a vast two-dimensional membrane.
So...
It'll be fine.
Ok. Con 10 minuti, non so quanto ci metto ancora a finire sto livello, il primo livello. Ah, eccolo lì, Doc.
Hello?
No solicitor!
Devo prendere...
Just give me a chance.
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Callahan.
Maybe H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
I said maybe H equals the...
Hamiltonian operator?
Yeah.
Great Scott! If h is a Hamiltonian, then h to the a multiplied by the inverse of h can only be the same as the expectation value for a. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
I'm sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket-powered drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
Ho letto
Well,
molto
it's
sul
like this.
verbo.
You know about my rocket power drill? Then there can only be one explanation.
What?
You're from the patent office. I confess I didn't quite know what to expect when I sent the paperwork, but I never expected this. Welcome! I'm at your service. What can I do for you?
Can I see your rocket-powered drill?
Of course, of course. Naturally, it's just a scale model, but it's nearly operational. I can show it to you, say, first thing in the morning.
Nah, that's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational. Tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to award the patent to a competing inventor, Dr. McCoy.
It can't be done! I mean, it might be possible to construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
I'll get it for you. What is it?
190 proof grain alcohol. And you know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
And besides, there's no way I can get off work until I've delivered the subpoena. Part of the investigation into the business affairs of Kid Tannen. Is it vitally important you see that rocket-powered drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
Listen, I'll help you deliver it, and I'll see to it you get the alcohol you need. It'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
I've got to subpoena my grandpa?
It's Kid Tannen.
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen, yelling at Arthur McFly.
I'm not surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's go talk to him.
No!
Why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
Va bene, salviamo qua e mercoledì sera andiamo avanti ancora un po'. Perfetto, grazie per chi è passato. È un gioco che io trovo molto carino, anche se c'è poco da fare, più da guardare. E niente, ci sentiamo martedì sera. Buona serata, ciao.